Welcome back to DZ Football, where we are discussing the groups for Afcon, and today it's the time for Group B, and we're still joined by the man, the myth, the legend, maybe not my last one.
Yeah, definitely legend. How you doing, sir? You alright?
You're right. This is still here, by the way.
Yes, it is still here because this is exactly where it belongs.
Debatable. In Group B, we have got Nigeria, Guinea, and two debutants in Madagascar and Burundi.
Yes.
And they are, of course, on the back of the tournament being expanded to 24 teams, allowing more nations to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's going to lower the quality a little bit. I don't think the coverage is going to be exactly the same. It's not going to be exact same viewers. No one's really going to go on and watch Madagascar and Burundi. You know, maybe some people might be offended, but unfortunately that's the truth.
That is the truth.
Looking at Afcon, so you know it is what it is, and as long as some smaller nations are able to enjoy Afcon as well, and they're able to follow their nation, then that should be the most important thing. Because
let them enjoy their moment.
Exactly, and I'm sure Madagascar and Burundi, they're not expecting to go through, are they? No. But this is a moment for them to kind of enjoy, and just if you're going to go support your team, if you're from Madagascar and Burundi, I hope you guys enjoy your moment, and that's the most important thing. I think football is for enjoyment. It's not to really belittle the smaller sides.
That's true.
That's my opinion. For this.
Now Nigeria, always a big nation when it comes to African football, but I'm struggling to sort of position where this team are right now. They won it in 2013. It's still similar players, you still, when you think of Nigeria, you still think of Mikel, Moses, Igalo.
Igalo's still here.
Are they still stuck in the past? Do they need to bring in some young players? Because the Nigerian team didn't go through at the World Cup. A recent Afcon that didn't even qualify.
Yeah.
Is it time they change their squad, change their team, or is it still time to stick with the veterans?
It's funny you mentioned Igalo because he's the qualified top scorer. So that by itself is a statement. True. In my opinion. So
he's in China.
He's someone that, to be honest, I lost a lot of respect for him as soon as he went to China. That was a very bad move. But what he's done with the investment of the Chinese clubs for him is quite good. So he's done a lot of good for that. So that has probably changed a lot of people's perspective. But he has so much to give. Could have gone for a top 4 side, in my opinion. Had the quality to do so.
Maybe be like a backup.
Exactly.
At a top 6 club.
But he's still someone that can play quite well, especially in the big tournaments. We saw him in the World Cup. Missed a glorious chance against Argentina.
Wow.
I remember that. Yeah. That's one of my moments that I remember from African nations. But he's a deadly striker, and on his day he can really bang in a few, especially against the likes of Madagascar.
Well, as you say, he was a top scoring qualifier. Yeah, it's bread and butter for him.
Well, this could be the reason why he could be top scorer in this competition. It's not a bad shout.
That's a great shout for top scorer. But Nigeria, they're always there or thereabouts, aren't they? We have to give them respect. It's always hard to play against them.
Good players, they really do. Just looking at some of the players they have Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi.
Oh, Iwobi and Ndidi, of course, two great young players.
Brilliant. Wilfred Ndidi is brilliant for Leicester. I really do see him. He reminds me a little bit of Torreira from Arsenal. Really, tough, and he grinds it out. He tackles, gets really stuck in, and that's what you need in your midfield, especially in Africa. A lot of power in there, a lot of speed, and if he can, be dominant in midfield, Nigeria really could get far in this competition. They have the experience, and I think that's one of the nations that have a lot of expectations behind them as well.
They always do, though.
Afcon, maybe quite recently, they haven't been able to. They didn't qualify for the previous one. I think Egypt knocked them out of qualification, so that was a huge disappointment. But this time, I think there's going to be expectation for them at least to start building with this younger side. I don't think they're going to go in there trying to win it as such. Of course, I think every team going to go in there trying to win it. That's the mentality. But I don't think they're going to be that disappointed if they finish in the quarters. Or the semis. I don't think
they're not going to sack the manager.
Exactly. Iwobi, someone as well that's done
on his day.
On his day, he's quality.
But no end product. That's my problem with Iwobi. He'll dribble,
gets in great positions, and then he'll hit the side net. That's my opinion on Iwobi. I think he's a quality player and he can find the pass. Problem is, very inconsistent. And I think the Nigerian authorities, especially in the FA, did so much to get him involved in the Nigerian football team. Hasn't really repaid that, has he? Not so far.
Still young.
He's still young. Has a lot of time to do that. What a great time to do it right now, eh? To arrive in Afcon and just do the business and bring it home for Nigeria. But just because of the history and the pedigree they have in Africa. Never call out.
It's one of them teams. When you think of Afcon, you think of Nigeria.
100%.
Don't you? They
100%.
have to be there.
They've only won it about 3 times in their history. Now I think the third most recent, as you mentioned, 2013. I still think they are a team to always be wary of, because
definitely
the more they start progressing in and they start showing form, especially if they get a lot of confidence from these matches, banging 2-3, possibly 4 or 5. Sorry for the other teams.
6,
7 against these other teams. Yeah, then that could really set up for them going into the knockouts. Build confidence.
Igalo, fill his boots.
And we know any team in Africa can beat any other team in Africa on its day, to be honest.
They can.
So watch out for Nigeria. They could be a dark horse.
They are going to be quarters minimum, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to see in Nigeria how good they really are.
Probably.
But probably their biggest test in the group stage will be Guinea.
Yeah.
Now I've only got 2 words for Guinea: Naby Keita.
Don't forget Pogba. Florentin Pogba. Oh yeah, the brother of Pogba.
Well, I think Naby Keita is better than.
Yeah, Naby Keita on his day is brilliant. I don't think he's shown any of the form that he showed for Leipzig with Liverpool. He's been very disappointing. Good thing that they have him for more than 1 year, because that would have been a bad investment. But he really is, for his country, that beacon of light. He great quality, moves around the ball, around the pitch effortlessly. They don't have the quality in the team.
No.
Not necessarily. However, he kind of covers that a little bit.
Yeah.
He's that little bit of quality they have, and he needs to be at his best if they want to qualify.
He's a difference maker. If you take him out, I put Guinea in that bracket of lower teams, but when he's in there, you've got to give them respect.
But without let's say for example, Keita doesn't make it to Afcon. Do you put Guinea next to Burundi and Madagascar?
I think Guinea are going to be very reliant on this guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Guinea have the players to cause trouble in this tournament.
He is basically their hope. It's a little bit different to the Mo Salah Egypt thing, but he is very important to this side. And if they're gonna do any kind of anything relevant in this tournament, then he has to be at his best. Problem is, if you're a Guinea fan, he hasn't shown it as much for Liverpool.
True.
Now the question is, can he show it for his country? And so far he has. So he needs to deliver. If they do, comfortably second place.
I actually think Burundi will give Guinea a game for second. You look at what Burundi did to Gabon.
Yeah.
And Gabon, you'd probably say better than Guinea.
Yeah.
With Aubameyang and so on. So I think Burundi will give them a game. But what is interesting is that Guinea were unbeaten in qualifying. So are we underestimating them? But of course, Afcon is a big step up from qualification.
Of course,
right? It's a big step up.
100%. Now Guinea, I'm pretty sure Guinea had Uganda in their group, didn't they? So
they done very well to not only win their group but go unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think I'm pretty sure that wasn't Uganda. I think that was Tanzania. Uganda. Apologies for that. However, going unbeaten in in any qualifying group,
finished above Ivory Coast.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, they finished top, I think, didn't they? Oh, yeah. I just realised actually. So that's something, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
So maybe we are underestimating them. Well, give us a comment if you do believe so.
The qualifying is off-putting.
Yeah. I think still, I don't know. Maybe it's just the feeling I'm getting. Keita has to be at least 70% in terms of creating, defending, being able to scoring even
goals.
Scoring. I was going to say he hasn't scored much. He scored 2 and 2 quite recently.
Just in time for Guinea.
Yeah. So if you're a Guinea fan, you're excited, but they should easily finish second if you think about it.
I think Burundi are going to give them a game.
I don't think Burundi.
My boys Burundi.
You're very dependent on Berahino creating something.
Well, we're going to talk about Burundi now. We're going to talk about their striker Razak Fiston.
Oh yes,
who plays in the Algerian league for
second top scorer in qualifiers.
Second top scorer, plays for JS Kabylie in the Algerian league.
So you've got a point here. If Berahino and Razak are able to create some kind of partnership, then that's brilliant. Maybe they can score goals. Problem is, can they keep it tight at the back? No, that could
They've got a tap.
That could be a bit of an issue.
I think they can.
Could end up being like Liverpool from last season, actually having to outscore every single team.
Burundi outscoring.
Oh dear.
Listen, well done to Burundi for making it.
100%.
Fair play to Berahino for changing, because he could have played for England at one point. He was on the bench for England at one point.
Well, listen. Since he got touted for a call up for England, it's gone all downhill.
It has gone downhill. Well, uphill for Burundi.
Yeah, 100%, and they'll be excited going into this tournament. They've got a player that they believe has played at the highest stage, highest level in Premier League. Maybe hasn't. I don't know. He hasn't been consistent. He hasn't been. When I say haven't been consistent, that's not being nice. He's just dropped to the point where.
Well, he's gone from England to Burundi.
Yeah. That's a bit tough, isn't it?
But he has taken his nation to Afcon nonetheless.
I think
and he should be applauded for it.
Razak is the player to look for.
Yes.
I think Berahino obviously is the name. I think he'll be able to play a decent supporting role with Razak. But Razak has showed that he's second top scorer here in qualifying. He can score goals, get.
He's playing in Algeria.
Well, listen. A lot of people underestimate the North African leagues.
They do. They're the clubs that go far in the CAF competitions.
In the CAF competitions, yeah. You're looking at obviously Ahli, Zamalek not so much recently, and then obviously you got the Moroccan sides and Tunisian sides, Casablanca, but it's a competitive league, and especially in the CAF Champions Leagues, those are the nations you're looking for. I would like to see more nations getting in there, because it feels like a recurring theme.
Well, the last four in the CAF Champions League are the four previous winners.
100%, and that's a bit of a problem. I think that's something probably you need to build on. But just going back on the point, I don't think it's that big a surprise that Razak is performing so well in qualifying, because I've seen. I think looking at the Algerian league is very competitive as well.
Yeah, his club is second.
Yeah, exactly. So watch out for him. He can be a player to look forward to actually, and I'm sure that a lot of the teams, maybe the bigger teams,
one
in
to
Africa,
watch, like Trezeguet. We talked about
exactly. We talked about Trezeguet before. Razak is another one that we need to look out for. Maybe if he performs, he'll get a move to a bigger side.
Yeah, to probably another Algerian club. Burundi third.
Yeah, Burundi third.
And Madagascar, who, by the way, their players have got really long names, and they've got a player called Andrea. That's short.
That's a short name.
He used to play for USMA, another Algerian club.
Is that his first name?
No, it's his surname.
Okay. He's the only one with a short name.
It's a quarter of his surname.
Oh, right.
Andrea. Okay. Playing for USMA, but if your best player is playing at USMA, I think it says a lot about your national team.
Well, you probably know more about Algerian football than me.
I mean, USMA's a big club, right? And he was playing right wing for them.
Yeah.
And he was since moved on to a different club in Africa because he wasn't good enough for them.
Okay.
Nice guy. Madagascar, great team spirit. A lot of the players playing Madagascar. But what they're doing, which is interesting, is they're going to Europe and they're trying to get players of Madagascan descent
to come back
into their team. So Jeremy Morel Leon is going to play for Madagascar at Afcon. Born in France. Now, is this a good idea to go into Europe and get players?
You know what I think about this. I've been very opinionated with this issue. I think we have in Africa that we have players playing in Africa who play at a decent level, who love their country and want to play for their country. And passion and loving your country takes you a long way in football, in my opinion, because you're giving your everything. Now this individual that you just mentioned, Andrea, the player that they've gone to scout to his name is Andrea, yes? Okay. How much commitment does he have for his country? How much does he know about Madagascar? Does he love his country? Or is he doing it because this is a great opportunity to play in Afcon, in the big stage, the cameras, the lights? Now,
I don't know. I think it's unfair if you've played no part in qualifying to then just come along to the Afcon.
That's another point.
Yeah.
He hasn't played. What did the rest of the squad think?
Well, they have to ask Alex Melbourne and Gloria, see what they think. Sorry.
Yeah, they're probably fourth place in my opinion.
I think we're agreeing on this one.
Quite
in terms
easy.
of the order. Nigeria first.
Yes.
Guinea second.
Yep.
I think Burundi third, and I think they're going to give Guinea a tough ride.
Well, if Kaita gets an injury, then it's all to play for.
It really is. And that is quite a depressing thing to say.
That's quite short. Yeah. But listen, obviously, I don't wish any harm on any player. Kaita's a brilliant player, and I can't wait to watch him in Egypt. As I'm going to be there watching it. I've been told he is a quality player, and we haven't seen the best of him yet. So hopefully, us Africans are able to watch the best of him.
That's what we want to see
in Afcon. Exactly.
We don't want them to see them laze around, give 50%,
100%
when they play for their country. So you can see our prediction on the screen right now. Let us know in the comments your prediction. Yeah, you can see it, and we actually agreed. So there's only one group on the screen this time. Let me know in your comments your 1 to 4 of the group. I think it's fairly comfortable to say Nigeria are going to be top. I want to know what you guys think about Madagascar and Burundi. Should they even deserve to be here? Or is it nice to have more countries in the tournament?
Guys, please be nice. Okay?
Would be nice.
Yeah.
And the last point I'm going to tell you on this group, Madagascar, never been in Afcon. 2017,
Yeah.
Ahmed takes over in charge of CAF from Madagascar.
I see.
2018, Madagascar qualified for the first time. Correlation?
No comment.
Thanks for watching and drop a like.